Here we go. Let me back that up. Let me back that. Start to say something crazy, but I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. What's up? What's good? What's poppin'? What's cracking? What's percolating? What's really good in the hood? It's your man Theo Butler. We gonna see what we can do here to get some level on this thing right here. Y'all give me a minute. We gonna make it do what it gonna do. We gonna do some stuff. We working. We working on it. Okay. We gonna make it work. We gonna make it work. I think that's better. There we go. We got some eye level going on. So it's good. Poppin', crackin', percolating. What's really good in the hood? It is your man Theo Butler, and yeah, we are here. Impromptu live. Can we say that? Impromptu live. I think that's what that is. Impromptu live and everything like that. I don't think I got my reading glasses on and everything like that. Yeah, impromptu live. I think we got a great show. Y'all know we in here for a good time, not to be confused with a long time. No, we're not gonna do that at all. Let me see. I'm doing my best to make sure we all the way live first. You know what I could do? What I could do is based on where I'm at right now and where everything's situated is at, is I could just go to YouTube. There we go. Now tell them we live. We live. Now tell them what is going on, man. What is going on? Yeah. Well, hey, we got now tell them. That's good for me. I can start right there. Yeah, we good right there. So yeah, we pulling on up and everything. I'm getting make sure I got my stuff pulled on up. Make sure I got my stuff pulled on up and everything. Black Panther. Make sure I got my stuff pulled. Oh, let me turn that volume down. Let me turn your dog down. How you been doing today? Man, I'm you know what? I'm blessed and highly favored. I like that right there. I know that sounds a little bit cliche, but it is what it is at the end of the day. Black Panther. Appearances, feats, and arts. Now, why do I feel the need to do this video? Well, if you rocking with me like I'm rocking with you, what's going on, Meister? Meister and not tell them are definitely rocking with me like I'm rocking with them and everything like that. You can hear the fanfare going on over there. That stuff that's going on over there. So, there's a question that was asked. It's a fair question. I answered. But now my answer, I answer like everybody else answer, right? But then somebody who I don't know if they necessarily consider me a peer, but somebody who I consider is credible, that's what that is, did a video response. And I was like, oh no, we're not gonna do that. I can't because the person is too influential. And I'm like, we're not gonna do that. So I can't let that go what that is. I'm gonna fact check. I'm gonna bring receipts. Folks call me. I used to be called the receipt keeper. Now I'm called the griot. Right? Okay, cool. That's it. Well, heavy is the head that wears the crown. Okay, so that means, and yeah, with great power come great responsibility. So I got to do what I got to do with that being thrown my way. Right. So I had to say what I had to say. Well, I know what I said, and I know what they responded to, and they literally went off what T'Challa has done. And I'm like, damn, you just gonna. So if they not checking for what anybody else got to say, they gonna go with what you said, which is T'Challa ain't done one thing great, and that's beat the Fantastic Four in Fantastic Four 52. And then he uses the Spider-Man comparison in regards to Peter being the only one that could stop a bomb from going off and everything like that. Okay, cool. But I don't know where Peter came into this conversation. We was talking about, is T'Challa just as smart as Reed? That's what the question was. It ain't had nothing to do with Peter. Then I listed way more than one example. And honestly, I didn't list all of them. That was the damn thing. I didn't even list all of the examples. I think I left out a couple. Right. Now, he says just because Stan Lee says it doesn't make it so. So you mean the dude that created the Fantastic Four, him, who also created T'Challa, him. Just because, well, he the one said read smart. If he said read smart, and that's good. Well, he said T'Challa is just as smart. Okay, well, what I'm supposed to do with that? No, facts. That I can't. What you want me to do with that? I can't give two. I give two damns how the writer been writing them. I do not care, and I don't know when we started doing that. No, because we know writers put their own spins and stuff that ain't got not a damn thing to do with the damn character. We don't. So just because the writer, the creator, and I think the creator is, I don't know how many Hall of Fames the creator is in, but what writer are we putting up there with Stan Lee? No, for real. Who we putting up there with Stan Lee and Jack Kirby? Who got clout like that they override whatever Stan Lee and Jack Kirby said? No, we not doing that because we quote them dudes way too damn much to be doing that. All right. Then we went to the amount of appearances. Okay, I don't know how to do this part with folks. But if you read comics and I read comics, we read comics, then you know Reed Richards, Sue Richards, Ben Grimm, Johnny Storm have been in way more comic books than T'Challa. You know they had their own ongoing monthly titles ever. Not forever, ever. You know that. You know that. You know that. Thus, Reed has an opportunity to put his scientific exploits up 12 months out the year. you gonna see Reed doing some scientific stuff damn near all the time. I said this on TikTok this morning. A strong argument could be made that Reed uses his brain, his scientific intellect, way more than he uses his superhuman abilities to stretch. An argument could be made that. Thus, Reed is always there for that. Now, mind you, the Fantastic Four as a team, they're not necessarily superheroes. They're a bunch of scientific explorers. That's what they is. We know that's how they're written. So I don't even know why we're doing that. T'Challa is not a scientific explorer. He's more than that. Like, okay, he's an emperor. He's a scientific explorer. He's a priest. He's a mystic. Yeah, because he do that stuff too. He's a teacher. He's a philosopher. Like this dude got doctors and PhDs out the yin yang, and I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. Don't get mad because I know the information. And no, it's either canon or it's not. This dude then got voted one of the sexiest dude in Marvel Comics. I didn't create that. I'm just sitting up here reading the same thing. This ain't taking nothing away from Reed because folks like this. No, I don't even know why we looking at that. Honestly, I don't even know why we doing the comparison because honestly, we should be sitting up here talking about, oh, well, yeah, they are peers. Why? Because they brothers. Aren't they brothers? As close as two dudes, an argument could be made. Reed and T'Challa are closer than T'Challa and Hunter. What we doing? Wasn't Reed his best man? Wasn't Reed his proxy standing in front of Baz? Is it wrong? Like, is it inexplainable that the brothers could be smart, equally smart, similarly smart, intellectual peers? Like, what's the big deal? They can't be written like that? Oh no, one of them got to be inferior to the other one, and it just got to be the one that's black, huh? Why? When we know the black one ain't appeared as many times as the white one? It just makes sense. Well, and if you are anybody that read comics, you know that T'Challa ain't showed up in as many comic books as Reed Richards. And T'Challa got a whole bunch of other responsibility than just being in the lab all damn day. And we know That's what Reed do, because we literally written him and Sue having relationship issues because he stay in the lab all damn day. So we know that's what that is. What's the big deal? So in this live right here, we've covered a couple of things: appearances, feats, and arcs. Now let me get to this arc, and I'm gonna put my glasses on because I don't want to be rude. I see y'all up in here, y'all busting down the comments and everything like that. We're gonna go all the way to the top. Yeah, we're gonna go all the way to the top. Not tell them, say them notifications hitting. Buck Mice is in the building. Man, I'm tired of people lying on Black Panther. It's funny to me. It's fun. See, like I said, I can't be. They triggered by what I said. You see what I'm saying? They got triggered by what I said, and I didn't have to lie. Now, I just told the truth. I just told you, and I ain't even got to defend the truth. It's right there. It's either canon or it's not. You ain't got to like what I said. And mind you, all the folks that got mad at what I said, they let it be known through their verbiage they was mad at what I said. Not that I lied. Not that I lied. You had a couple people say no, but then come with no credentials. Nobody could say I lied. No, they just didn't like what I said. Or they didn't like the fact that I challenged what Rob said. He can't be. He beyond reproach. Stop it. Stop that. Bro, how you arguing with the creators like, what are we doing? Can we argue with him about Comics Explained? Can we argue with him about creating this channel? No, that's your channel. Ain't that channel running how you want it to run? Yeah, how you intended it to run. Yeah, okay. Well, how you finna tell somebody else what their creation's supposed to do? No. See, that's the problem right there. Now I'm going off of what Stan said. You said that what? You say he's just as smart as Reed, and that's how you brought him into the comments. So you gonna have him outsmart Reed, and then you gonna have him go over to the Avengers, and you gonna have him create the Quinjet, not Tony. The Avengers is flying around any damn thing and every damn thing till he pull up, and you got Sam jumping from roof to roof, and you say him. You say him. He gonna create the wings. Okay. You say Reed got the Future Foundation. Okay, all right. You say he got the Wakanda School of Advanced Studies. Damn. He got a School of Advanced Studies, kind of like equal to the Future Foundation. I didn't write that. I didn't write that. I'm sorry. I know it. I'm apologizing right now for what I did. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a Black Panther fan. That's a Fantastic Four fan. That's a Fantastic Four fan. That's a Black Panther fan. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm apologize. Let me see. Now tell him, said Rob said Stan Lee is a liar. Then claimed FF52 outsmarted Reed was a one-off. Then he claimed Valeria and Lanella. Yeah, I responded to that. He didn't come back. Y'all got a 4-minute video out there addressing all that? Like, no. Because one, didn't nobody ask him for his personal list. The question was, is it true that T'Challa is just as equally smart as Reed Richards? That was the question. That was the question. And anybody that reads comics know that's not a simple yes or no answer. There are a whole bunch of factors that come into play when assessing that particular question. He goes no, period, then gives a link to a list. Said link ain't even got Dr. Doom on it. So then I responded, because I'm like, no, we're not going to do that. So then he comes back. He has to assure his people that I'm not wrong. While I gave a whole bunch of examples, he listed the Fantastic 452 example, assured them once again that I'm not wrong. And when I looked at why he had to calm his fans down, well, one of them called me the N-word. And the other one just regurgitated what he said. No. You're not coming with no receipts though. What do you mean? No. Like, no, that ain't that. I'd have pushed back on that if somebody would have just said, yeah. I mean, depending on what day it is and who writing the character. But what do we know? And he knows it too. That's what kind of got him. I'm like, every time they put T'Challa and Reed in a story together, T'Challa and Reed are moving like left foot, right hand, left hand. Right hemisphere, left hemisphere. Like they both doing the same damn thing. And it's too obvious considering the movie that's coming out that this is where we at. But hey, it is what it is. So I guess Jack Kirby's a liar too. Yeah, until it's about somebody that he feels good about. Right? Exactly, Theo. The same man that said Mr. Fantastic and Dr. Doom are intellectual peers is now not credible all of a sudden when it comes to T'Challa. Right. And why not? What we gonna say? He not written like that? So you're not saying the character isn't that. You're saying the writers don't write him like that. And every time somebody makes that statement, he's not written like that. Okay, that's on the writer. Well, I ain't seen him do that enough times. Okay, how many times he's shown up in publication? And what is his job description? Because if his job description is emperor, then it's not that he can't do it. He don't have the opportunity, or rather the time, to do it as often. He got other stuff he's supposed to be doing. Reed is not a detective. T'Challa is. Reed runs 4 people, including himself. This dude got a whole damn empire. Like, if we gonna be sensical, let's be sensical about this thing. If we sit up here and we read Black Panther Intergalactic, okay, what was one of the things folks were saying? Well, he ain't showing his scientific intellect. That story didn't call for it like that. He had to be part detective because they had to figure out where the hell he was. Then, if he wasn't doing that, he had to play the role of peacemaker. Then we did get a little scientific intellect in there. We got some scientific intellect in there and everything like that. And then at the end, what he had to do? At the end, he had to give that rallying speech like Captain America always do. But you would never sit up here and say, you know what? T'Challa can give great speeches too. T'Challa is on par giving great speeches like Cap. You're not going to say that. Why? Because we don't show T'Challa giving great speeches all the damn time. We don't. But we do know he's the most dangerous man alive. And I'm going to ask this question. I'm going to preface it with a question. Who's the most dangerous person in the Justice League? My elder, Mr. Ray Smith, is in the building. How you doing, sir? How you doing? Who's the most dangerous person in the Justice League? I help a brother out and everything like that. The most dangerous person in the Justice League, if you could. I'm just, asking for a friend. You know what I'm saying? If y'all can tell me, y'all let me know. Y'all got it in the notes. The most dangerous person in the Justice League. This is some good coffee, by the way. Would we not say Batman? Would we not say Bruce is the most dangerous person in the Justice League? Don't they all look at the dude like, oh, Lord Jesus, have mercy. Right? Okay, cool. All right. Well, I just read Jed McKay's Avengers, right? You read it? I read it? Cool. I like that. You remember when Carol Danvers went to go get T'Challa, who was in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean just chilling, minding his own damn business? Right. You remember what she called him? She called him the most dangerous man alive. He got a whole damn series out there where he's in Hell's Kitchen. It said Black Panther, most dangerous man alive. Okay, well, and they ain't saying the Justice League. They ain't saying the Avengers. No, 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 no. The most dangerous man alive. Period. Okay, well, if that's the most dangerous man alive over there in the Justice League, and this the most dangerous dude alive over here, and Stan Lee done said that dude is just as smart as that dude and that dude, what's the hold up? Like why he can't be? Are we having this discussion, as I asked last night, if he didn't popped up in as many comic books as Bruce? Would it even be a question? Would his intellect be a question if he had that many comic books out there with his name on it? No, no, no. Don't blame the MCU. Don't blame the MCU. See, when you know better, you do better. And see, I'm not finna blame an entity who last movie about this IP was 4 years ago. No, I'm gonna blame the folks that ain't done no damn research since then, because they made a cognitive decision to not know, and then have the audacity to get mad at those that do know. No, that's like blaming a parent for a bad adult. No, that you could blame them for the bad child, but that as that child got older, that child had the opportunity to make some changes. I believe at some point in time, when you know better, you do better. So no, I'm not gonna blame the MCU for that. I'm blaming the same folks who ain't even celebrating. They claiming they Black Panther fans. They ain't even celebrating it. It's his 60th anniversary, because they know that his 60th anniversary is also T'Challa's 60th anniversary. They don't want to celebrate that. They don't want to acknowledge that. I'm blaming them. That's who I'm gonna blame. I'm gonna blame them right there. Let me keep up. I got my elder in the building. It's not that he can't. It's that they don't want him to because of his. You see, I'm trying to be nice, because I'm trying to be, as Kamoya would say, I'm trying to be politically correct. I'm just gonna say they ain't doing it. They doggone sure ain't doing it. But now, just because they ain't doing it, and I think that's the thing that I would want people to take away from this video. Just because they're not doing it doesn't mean he ain't done it. That don't mean that. Just because he's not doing it as often as you see other characters doing it doesn't mean he isn't capable of doing it. No, because when he stood side by side with the smartest dude in Marvel Comics, they doing the same damn thing, if not similar. Similar, if not the same damn thing. One of the two, but that's what that is. So that ain't got nothing to do with my feelings. That has nothing to do with my feelings. No, that is what that is. Nah, this is some straight apartheid behavior. I'm like Marshawn Lynch. I'm just here so I don't get fined. That said though, I'm gonna shift gears real quick. Ta-Nehisi Coates, Nation Under Our Feet, issue 1. I dropped that review and everything like that. And then I went back and realized something. I was like, oh man, wow. Because I wanted to bring to y'all Shooty as well. And then as I reread Shooty issue 1, I realized I said, okay, I can't do that right now because that actually takes place later on in the timeline. But in realizing that, World of Wakanda fits here as well. The thing is, World of Wakanda, the way it's set up by Roxanne Gay, is it takes place prior to Ta-Nehisi Coates' Black Panther. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be dropping World of Wakanda issue 1 preview, and I'm going to be breaking that up into 2 parts because they've got the story with Anika and Ayo, and then they've got the second half with Zenzi, and I think they both deserve their own review per se. But what I wanted to say is this. When you go back and you reread Ta-Nehisi Coates, immediately after you read Jonathan Hickman's Time Runs Out in Secret Wars, it's a wild moment. It's a wild moment. As you go back and you look at that story, you reread it, you see where we open up the Great Mound, right? Citizens, Wakandan citizens are under Zenzi's control, right? The reason why she's able to do that is because of how they perceive T'Challa being absent. And I thought that was unusual. And Mr. Ray Smith, I believe, has always spoken to this. I thought it was unusual, all things considered. First, when Wakanda was going through what they went through with Namor flooding Wakanda and the Black Order attacking Wakanda, Shuri was the Princess Regent. She held all the political power. It wasn't T'Challa. Right? Not only that, but when you look at T'Challa in that first issue, he's conflicted. And you don't know why he's conflicted if you haven't read Time Runs Out, Secret Wars. There would have been no Wakanda if T'Challa ain't make the moves he made during that story arc. You make them moves, you bring everything back, Wakanda, because that ain't Reed doing that. That's you. You brought everything back to right before the first incursion popped off. You bring everything back. Thus, people are living, because all the students that were deleted by the Black Swan were now alive. You're now able to launch your space shuttle program, which gets us to the intergalactic empire of Wakanda. The citizens of Wakanda literally owe this dude their lives, and they clowning him. They doubting him, and he can't tell them nothing. He either can't or he won't. But Ta-Nehisi Coates did not write him saying, "Hey man, listen, boy, if it wasn't me, y'all wouldn't even be here. Like, y'all need to chill out." Then the dude is like, "I'm trying to bring my sister back." At the same time, I'm like, that story, that first issue hit a lot different when you just came off of Secret Wars and Time Runs Out. You be like, golly, God, bro, damn, bro. That's how they doing you, bro. Paul Martin said, the non-comics fan who has just seen MCU movie with thanks Steve Urkel is more genius than T'Challa. That's messed up. Hey, I'm gonna let them be great, but the thing is, there are those that want to learn, and I can appreciate those that don't know but want to learn. Like, one guy pulled up in TikTok and he was like, he's like, just straight up no. And I was like, hold on, just hear me out first before you be so quick. And then, he tried to, do the whole, how many times we've seen Reed be smart. I said, I get that. I said, hold on. And I said to him, I said, the question was never who's smarter. I said, the question was just as smart, equally intelligent. My response was peer, right? And I broke it down because, and I know folks can say, Theo, you being a sexist when you do this. I break it down to, like, if I'm talking to fellas and, hey, let's do this in the 40 time. You and I are peers in the 40 time. What does that mean? Okay, well, you run a 4.240, I run a 4.2540. Don't we both run 4.240s? Like when we go to the combine and you run that 4.240 and I come in and I run that 4.25, them the two highest times in the combine. Are we not gonna get drafted in the first round, both of us? Like, yeah. No, for real. We're not both getting drafted. Okay, on any given day, with me really just running, because that's just a second off, and we don't know why I ran that second off like that, right? I could get you in the 40. On any given day, you can get me in the 40. Are we not peers? He said, man, I get it. He said, when you break it down like that, again, that's all I said. I said, I don't know why folks got so triggered by that response, but no, they're peers. Now I said, then look at this other part. The reason why, and Mr. Smith is going to say amen, and all my fellow Generation X's are going to say amen. We've been knowing how smart Reed Richards was going back to the Jack Kirby days during the Fantastic Four cartoon. T'Challa did not show up in that cartoon. We've been knowing how smart Reed was ever since that Saturday morning Fantastic Four show they had on NBC. When they didn't have a Human Torch, they had Herbie. T'Challa was not in that cartoon. He wasn't. How many cartoons did we get on Fox featuring the Fantastic Four? Well, we got Fantastic Four, the animated series, and then we got that. Well, it wasn't bad. That Fantastic Four cartoon when they had on the white costumes. Did T'Challa pop up in that? How many Fantastic Four movies have we had? Did T'Challa pop up in any of them? No. Even when T'Challa popped up in his own movie, did we see T'Challa's scientific intellect? No. Now we can figure out a way for Reed and Sue to share the scientific spotlight. We can figure out a way, hell, for all four of them to be considered damn scientists, truth be told. But we can't figure out how to have the brother and sister both be smart. We can't. No, it's one or the other. Damn, that's crabs in the barrel. Anyway, what that mean at the end of the day? Does that mean that T'Challa ain't smart? Or does that mean folks ain't writing him like that? So is that the character's fault? Well, if it ain't the character's fault, are we going to say the character ain't that smart? Be the conversation folks don't want to have. Coast was such a mixed bag. Well, I'm going to go through it and everything like that. I think, like I said, having started off issue one, and that's why I like going back and reading it, reviewing it the way that I did, because actually that's one of the things that I'm looking at in Zenzi's in that second part, because it's three different stories in that first issue. Well, no, let me not say that. It's two different stories in the World of Wakanda. The Zenzi story. So the story with Anika and Ayo starts off before Wakanda is flooded. Okay, all right, we get that. Story's gonna move forward and everything like that. The Zenzi story, though, you literally have her leaving Uganda, coming into Wakanda. Some Wakandan citizens are disparaged, upset, downtrodden, because they feel like T'Challa has abandoned them. After the Great Flood, they had to put the cities, they had to do things for themselves after the Great Flood. And I'm like, so T'Challa hasn't been the Black Panther since Deadliest of the Species. And that runs through Avengers versus X-Men. And it also runs through Time Runs Out. So Shuri was in power the whole time. So I'm trying to figure out why the Wakandans are complaining about T'Challa not being around when he was literally the king of the dead. So he was spending the majority of his time in Necropolis. He held no political sway, no political power. Shuri was the princess regent. So you see where I just went? You see where I just went? So it's like, hey. I'm so glad Cheryl Lee eat retcon that mess with the originators. Yeah. Coast is definitely a mixed bag. There are some spots I love that others I hated, like the originators. Why are we making Wakanda's colonizers? That's just not smart. Well, here's the thing. Did we have to do that? No, we didn't. No, we didn't. And yeah, shout out to Cheryl Ann Eaton. Beautiful work. Once again, Black Panther Blood Hunt. Absolutely love the work, Queen. Damn, I wish he was right. I wish he was right in our character. And Fareed, Fareed Karami, definitely want y'all there for that 1-2 punch. That said, there's some truths that just, have to be, understood. They are unfortunate truths, but they're truths nonetheless. For you to grow, it could definitely be a fucking shot. For you to grow your population, there's going to be some colonization that's going to take place. Don't say that. You're either taking it over with propaganda or you're taking it over through force. We can say what we want to say about America, but America didn't start off like this. She was smaller than this. If you look at any great nation, and I'm using the word great as a size, not necessarily how they live their lives, but if you're looking at any, there's some colonization going on. And while we hang our hat, and I just want us to be clear, we say we don't like the originators, right? Well, Coates gave you 2 stories where the Wakandas were colonizers. With the originators, and when they went off and established the intergalactic empire, they colonized. They colonized other planets. You're right. Okay. I'm just, so I'm not saying anybody is right or wrong in how they feel. You definitely justified in however you feel and everything like that. I'm just looking at the story, and it's like, no, he did that colonization thing twice. But then again, if we're gonna look at that and have a fair assessment of it, I'm gonna throw this out there. Why so many of us like that What If Star-Lord series cartoon? Why so many of us like that T'Challa and Star-Lord episode or whatever? I never got why we like that. We ain't got I asked the question on Facebook a while back, can T'Challa lift Mjolnir, and was told no because he's too vengeful. Oh, well, that's not comic book canon. I got at least 3 Panthers that didn't wield Mjolnir, if I'm not mistaken. I got Mosi, I got Nahanda, and I got T'Challa. It's either canon or it's not. Like, I'm sorry. It's either canon or it's not. I don't. But you have folks, and it don't take long to research it. It don't take long to research it. You either gonna get the right answer or you gonna get the right answer. Let me keep up. Let me see here. So yeah, I don't know why we like that What If episode. I'm gonna go back. I don't. I'm sitting up like, let me see if I got this right. Everybody, I've on principle, I just didn't buy that action figure. I'm not gonna do that. You now, folks be talking about playing in your face. I sat up there, and maybe I shouldn't have watched Roots as a little kid, but I sat up there and I said, oh, whoa, time. So you kidnap man, you kidnap T'Chaka. Now I could easily say you kidnapped Kunta Kinte. I could substitute Kunta Kinte in there for the T'Challa, but you kidnapped T'Challa, took him to a foreign place. You kidnapped Kunta Kinte. You took him to a foreign place. And you told T'Challa his name was Star-Lord. Kind of like how you told Kunta his name was Toby. That is not his name. That's not his name. And you taught this dude a whole different language. Because he's from Africa. He wouldn't have been speaking English. Kind of like how Kunta wouldn't have been speaking English had he been left in Africa. No, you taught this dude English. And you taught this dude a whole different culture that wasn't his. And you was lying the whole damn time. You was lying to this dude this dude back home, family alive and well, and you didn't lie to this dude the whole damn time. I was sitting there like, so I'm the only one that see that. I'm the only one that see that. I'm the only one that see that. What if Star-Lord episode is tainted forever? Now, I'm just saying, Theo, you ruined that. I'm just saying, I'm the only one that saw that. If in African culture, there were war and itch, so people got absorbed into each other's culture, but they didn't strip people of their humanity. This is true. This is true. This is true. Not all hostages were captured for the same reason. This is a fact. But yeah, you didn't. I know I wasn't the only one that saw you. You didn't see that. I sat up there and I was like, I'm watching the whole episode and I'm like, okay, all right, wait. So y'all done sat up there and lied to this dude the whole damn time. Y'all kidnapped this dude. That's what it was. You kidnapped him. You kidnapped him. You kidnapped him, lied to him, taught him a whole different language, a whole different damn culture. All the while his family sitting right there. Yeah, I couldn't have been the only one saying that. Let me catch up. Lex says, hey Theo, who you want to see Black Panther team up with? Let me get a this me, I'm finna pull up myself a little bit and everything like that right there. Let me get T'Challa. Let me get Blade. Let me get Monica Rambeau. Let me get Aurora. Let me get Blue Marvel. Let me get Miles Morales. And let me get Jericho Drum. And Frenzy. Let me get me some Joy in the Cargo. Hell, throw Sync in there too. Monet. Yeah, let's throw Monet up in there. Yeah, I want that team right there. Let me see. We need to come up with a nice little snazzy name for them. Y'all got one? Yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to see that right there. I want a superhero team. I was blinded by Chadwick. You wasn't the only one. You wasn't the only one. I sat up there. I looked at that episode, Meister. I sat up there like, I like, boy, y'all ain't got no chill. I was like, who wrote this? Who wrote this? Who wrote this script? Okay, you wrote it, you fired. Who signed off on it? Who signed off on it? No, it was you. You fired too. What for? Being stupid. Being stupid. But somebody gonna wind up doing a video one day, and it's gonna be hilarious. Folks gonna wind up laughing. It's gonna be hidden messages in the MCU, and they're just gonna play a laundry list of stuff. I'm like, ooh. They gonna show that whole Namor coming up out the water with his back turned to the camera and everything like that. I'm like, thought it was just me when I said it. They gonna point out James Rose explicably being handicapped from the waist down for going on 11 years, and I'm like, I thought it was just me. Thought I was the only one. They gonna point out Lamar Hoskins being deleted for no reason. They gonna point that out. They gonna point out Lamar Hoskins being a sergeant major, an E9 in the Army, answering, kissing the behind of John Walker 03. I'm gonna be like, I thought I was the only one that saw that. But they gonna point out the fact that while Sion is the honorable brother of T'Challa, somebody for whatever reason, I'm gonna say the younger honorable brother of T'Challa, somebody gonna point out how they managed to change him up for a dude from Compton, talking about his name was Njobu. Oh, they gonna be. I'm like, I tried to tell them. Ain't nobody want to hear it from me. Anybody. Let me see. Agents of the Diaspora. Yeah, I already got a name for them though. No, you know, with them action figures and everything like that though. Right. Got the name, got the back. You didn't see the origin story. You should have. It's on the channel. I think it's a short. Yeah, they already, that group already together. Yeah, we gonna wait till we get everything. They in storage right now, but once we get the action figures back and everything like that, oh yeah, we got stories to tell. Since folks say if you don't like it, tell it yourself. Let me see here. Now tell them says, so they didn't read the Age of Khonshu when Moon Knight threw Mjolnir at T'Challa and T'Challa agreed like it was a distant cousin at a cookout. That's why it don't, what we arguing with folks for. Like, folks want to be, I don't get the luxury of being in my feelings as a comic book fan. It either happened or it didn't. It either happened or it didn't. Folks be getting mad. What you get mad for? One, it's fiction. It's fiction. Two, it's a story. Like, what is it? Like, just because it's true today don't mean it's going to be true tomorrow. Just write in, organize you some folks and everything like that, holler at the editor, see what you can do. But getting mad, no, man. Snapping on people, no. No, you mad at you because you said T'Challa can wield Mjolnir. Oh, F you don't know what you're talking about. So, if I show you proof, are you going to apologize? That's the other thing. When you show them proof, they'll not apologize. Well, not. I'm not going to say everybody. A few do know how to come back and recap. The rest of them don't know how to do that. Lex said, what's your opinion on that What If episode where Ultron won and got the Infinity Stones? I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad at the Doctor Strange story. I thought that was great, some nice storytelling. What if he just would have went to the dark side? I'm an Ultron fan. Been rocking with Ultron since the early days and everything like that. So Ultron is that maniacal dude. I prefer the malicious Ultron to the one that we got in the MCU where he's trying to be all the dude that I know don't care. So everybody's been, not everybody, there have been more than enough people of making a point to say that the MCU has sympathetic villains. Yeah, but not every villain need to be sympathetic. Why you want me to identify with the bad guy? What's the underlying message here? So yeah, I liked it. I liked it. Answer your question, Lex. Tell Weem said, I just think they watched the movie and they don't want to put T'Challa on the level of Captain America. But why they don't though? Right? Can we ask the question? Because it's 2026, right? We're supposed to be moving forward as a society and advancement and the stuff that we tolerate and everything. Well, if the two If the two white dudes, right, Jewish Americans, if during the height of the civil rights movement, they didn't have an issue with making this dude not only physically on par with Steve Rogers, but intellectually on par with Reed Richards. They did that. Mind you, I want to say again, they didn't have to. they had every right to do something different. They had every right not to even damn do it. But they did it. They say, here's a guy. He's on the same level physically with Steve Rogers. Because they made sure to write that. Because Cap kept big up in that dude. Hey, he just like me. Ain't no difference between us. Oh no, we the same. They kept writing that dude like that. Okay, well, they the same folks that said he's just as smart as Reed. Well, okay, with them the same folks that said Reed and Dr. Doom was smart. Okay, well, what we want me to do? Why we keep wanting me to listen to everything Stan Lee and Jack Kirby said except for this one thing over here? Now we picking the shoe. I don't know. I can't do that. I can't do that. Either Stan and Jack knew what they were talking about or they didn't. So I don't know. It's 2026. They gonna need to go back a few years. Can't wait. The addition of Ross being an FBI agent involved with the uncolonized power structure of Africa. I can't wait for people to realize the underlying message of that change. Stay right there now. Tell them. When folks tell me, man, I love Black Panther. First movie. I always ask myself, hey, yeah, you say you like the first movie? Yeah. Who saved the world? Huh? Said, who saved the world? T'Challa. No. He was down there fighting Eric. You saw that, I saw that. They were down there squabbling. They was having a family beef. That's what you saw. I saw that too. I did. No. You remember the little short dude? Little short dude. Yeah, white dude. Remember him? Yeah. You remember how that last Wakanda, and they were like, if you don't get that one, it's a wrap. Remember that one? Remember how he missed it? You remember the dude named Everett Ross? Yeah. If he don't get that last Wakandan fighter that's getting ready to leave up out of there with this Wakandan supplies of vibranium weapons, yeah, it's a wrap. Whether Eric beat T'Challa or whether T'Challa beat Eric, he got to shoot that down. One ain't got nothing to do with the other one. They be like this. Man, damn, man, I ain't never thought about it like that. Yeah, it's right there. It's right there. Let me tell you. Let me say your opinion on T'Challa as Star-Lord in that one What If. I could have did without that one. Like I just said, that reminded me too much of the what is it? Atlantic slave trade. Yeah, that's what I went straight up. I like it. I don't know how to read. I don't know how to remember world history, and I don't see it play out like that. Yeah, damn. That's how you feel it. You gonna dress this up in a cartoon, huh? That's crazy. So yeah, I viewed that as the Atlantic slave trade. So too many similarities there for me. I didn't even buy the action figure. Some take the L's, others just run and then lie later. Yeah. Unfortunately, this from not telling people can't just Google it. I see they just take what the movie say. I don't know why they do that. Let me see. Meister said also they gave him access to stuff he should never have had. T'Challa in the comics would have just pushed the button and shut all of it down. Yep. Okay, so Theo, the team up you mentioned earlier, how would you design the box for their action figure set? Well, first of all, we got to put Adam Brashear on the right body. We're gonna have to get that Hyperion body. But as far as the box itself, I would probably have a box with the team logo on it, and as I'm looking up at the sky, I can see the box set with the team logo that I designed on there and everything like that. And you be able to open up the box because it's got the Velcro on it and everything like that, and you see the figures, in their packages and everything, and they would have their accessories, right? And then on the back of the box, I give you some nice fan art, some nice artwork featuring them as a super group going into battle and everything like that with their names up under it and everything. Yeah. I like that. And then on one side, like if it's 8 members in the group, on one side I would have 4 facial profiles, and on the other side I would have 4 other facial profiles. Yeah, I like that right there. Yeah, I like that right there. Yeah, I like that. The first movie is forever ruined by me. You have to compartmentalize, man. Like, here's what I can say. The first movie allowed me to see Black Panther. And I think if I'm taking Avengers Civil War into consideration in bits and pieces of Black Panther, I got my T'Challa. Like, I got my T'Challa. I'm good with it. There's nothing that the MCU did that can spoil my image, my version of T'Challa. No, you can't do that. So I'm doing whatever they doing. Like, you like it, I love it. I didn't tapped out because as a Superman fan, I get Superman stuff. As Batman fan, I get Batman stuff. As Black Panther fan, I get Ryan Coogler stuff. That ain't what I signed up for. That's not what I signed up for. Let me see. You said Anika couldn't fly that ship on T'Challa's orders? Anika? Well, Anika wasn't in the first movie. Io was. But Florence Kasuma definitely could have got in there. That way I would have had Shuri doing her thing. I would have had Okoye doing her thing. And I would have had Io doing her thing. Like, I didn't need to see Everett doing that. But then again, I didn't need to see Everett show up in the second movie. What I need to see Everett for? Everett ain't Wakanda. He not. I got an Everett Ross action figure. I don't even know what to do. I don't even know what to do with the damn action figure. This ain't about you. Let me see. Your opinion on the Marvel zombie story. If we're talking comic books, not a bad story. If we're talking MCU related, that I think that came after they decided to delete T'Challa in Black Panther 2 and Lex, just on pure principle. No T'Challa, no dollar. I ain't telling nobody else what to do. I don't want nobody. I'm not trying to tell nobody else what to do. I'm not trying to encourage nobody else what to do. Just with me for mine, they did something with my favorite character that was unprecedented. And I said, no, the only way I know how to affect change is keep my money in my pocket. And I don't need the MCU like that. I don't. Oh, no. So, like I said, I'm not trying to tell anybody else what to do, but I haven't partaken of the MCU since 2022. And the only thing that they can do to get me to come back, I need to do with the baseball cap to come to the stage, like he known for doing, saying, "Hey, I'm finna recast T'Challa." Do you think T'Challa would trust Dr. Manhattan? No. No. But then again, that's not out there unusual. He don't trust the Avengers. He don't trust nobody. Like, this dude got contingency plans for a contingency plan. No. If we gonna compare him to Bruce don't trust Clark like that. I like you. I trust you up to a point, but no. Oh man, that cameo made me mad. Oh, come on, somebody. I recently read the Marvel zombie story, and T'Challa survived a whole zombie apocalypse and survived to live till he was old versus MCU Marvel. I didn't like the fact my dog had his leg munched on. Like that whole what if season, well, we're gonna feature T'Challa. So let me see if I got this right. He kidnapped. All right. He's gonna get hit in he gonna get busted in the head. Okay. All right. What else you got? You got Wanda munching on it. Brother, did you get a house or an apartment? You know I've always pull up to your discussion. It's a duplex, actually. And I appreciate that, Daniel. What's going on? Daniel with the $10 come through. Appreciate that, big Daniel. No, actually, man, it's a duplex, upstairs, downstairs. I got a backyard, right? Looking at doing some work in the back so the wife can go in the back and chill out and everything like that, man. Man, all I can really tell y'all, man, and it's one of those things where we can talk comic books, action figures, fiction all day long, but just real life, man, God is good.
And His mercy is everlasting.
Like God is good. Like that's all I can tell you. I'm just humble. I ain't even to be a child. To receive His blessings like that, to know that if you stay prayed up, put your work in, because you got to put your work in, right? But stay prayed up, put your work in, have that faith. Shoot. Yeah, because we just got some more good news today too, so yeah, man. Let me keep up with these notes, though, man. Y'all gonna have a brother get emotional. We trying to keep up with these notes. Stop that. Meister say he be figuring out contingency plan. Yeah, I just saw the clip of Black Panther in the zombie thing, and I was hot.
Chewy.
He make me feel good. I'm like, y'all not making me feel good as a Black Panther fan in this what if season. But hey, some folks liked it, and it wasn't for me to say anything different. Hey, Theo, how cool do you think it would look if T'Challa helped design a new suit for Miles? If Mike's went to Wakanda, he low-key supposed to though. Like, I don't know if they went back to. Yes.
You want something from the store?
Y'all going to Family Dollar?
Get it, sexy.
See if they got those sweet and crunchy peanuts. The ones we used.
Seen them there?
Huh?
You seen them there?
Well, they used to be in the Family Dollar.
The green ones?
No, the sweet and crunchy ones. The ones with the like caramel on them, toffee on them.
Oh,
Yeah. Them things.
And what else you want?
That's about it. Maybe a soda or something like that. Dr. Pepper. Okay, well, no, we good. No, that's it.
Some ice bags so we can have some.
Yeah. But no, just that. Get a couple bags of them. But yeah, that's all I need.
Okay. Well, what I was asking, sorry not to cut you off, but I'm cooking. So what do you want as a side? Macaroni. What do you want?
Macaroni's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Lady Boogie.
Lady too. So yeah. I ain't know. Back to you, Meister. I ain't know how to feel good about the episode. So yeah, doing the Cody Ziegler run, if I'm not mistaken, Lex, T'Challa had given Miles a special suit because he was dealing with vampirism and everything like that. If I don't think he's still wearing that suit, but that was essentially a Wakandan design suit. So I'm not sure. That's all I need to know, that you're doing good, brother. Oh man, hey, listen. Like I said, man, I appreciate it. Everybody for those who sacrifice finances, those who send in prayers and everything like that, man. Everything was answered, man. Huh?
That shirt's coming.
Okay. Oh yeah. The missus. Okay, yeah. Also, the missus wanted me to let y'all know, because those of y'all that have been patient, I want to thank y'all so much for that. They will be moving our stuff into the house on Thursday, and we are going to get busy on getting these shirts out. So that's my pledge to you and everything. We're finally at a place where we can be at peace and work. So we're gonna make that happen. Get the thing uniform. Let's see here. Let's face it, T'Challa could probably make a perfect suit for any Spider-Man, since they are close combat fighters. He could. There should be, in my opinion, okay, so Marvel has quite a few heroes they don't use, right? The majority of their heroes are in New York. Wakanda is a nation. Africa is a continent. I see no reason why you can't have a team in Africa ran by T'Challa that's predominantly African / African American that fans would enjoy. I don't see why you can't write that story. There's plenty enough known villains and side characters to make such stories functional, sensical, and successful. Right? There are enough characters from T'Challa's history that you could bring back that would make those stories entertaining. There's no reason why you can't. You got a whole duck ton of characters sitting over there where you're not using them. Okay, we'll bring them to Africa. Same thing for Atlanta. Bring them to Atlanta. I sit up here all the time, sitting up like, there's no way in hell I would sit up there at Marvel Comics and Sam Wilson ain't the Falcon. I couldn't give two damns what Captain America. Now, see, I would be Tom Brevoort on that one. I couldn't give two damns what fans say. Oh, no, he's going back to being the Falcon. Sam would move to Atlanta. Sam would move to Atlanta. Sam's color scheme would go to red and black. So would. Red Wing would be right there in the comic. Like, it wouldn't be no more, is it Red Wing? No, Red Wing would be right there. Right there. And I would, yeah. And somewhere in the story, I'm gonna work in a group called the Dirty Birds. I'm gonna work in a group, whether they bad guys, whether they good guys, whether they anti-heroes. I'm gonna work in a group called the Dirty Birds. You need to know, I'm finna get paid. In Atlanta, Sam Wilson, the Falcon, in Atlanta. I'm gonna have people that live in Atlanta buy that comic book just for GP. And I'm sending Misty Knight to Atlanta. Yeah, come on down here. Come on down here. As a matter of fact, might be getting ready to break up the Heroes for Hire unless Danny gonna move. Danny, you gonna move? Come on down to the A-Town. Come on down. It's too many heroes in New York. So yeah. Let me see. Hey Theo, you know Black Cat. If you could pick an actor for, oh Lord Jesus. I don't know her. You want me to pick somebody to be Black Cat? I don't know her. See, no. See, you finna get me in trouble. No, see, because Black Cat look a certain type of way. Felicia Hardy. Oh no. I ain't seen. There's an actress out there shaped like Felicia Hardy. Let me keep up with these notes, cause let me see. I wish he would make another suit for mine. I like the first one. Yeah. They gave us Agents of Wakanda, but they used that as a replacement for S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, I ain't doing that. I wouldn't know. I got a straight superhero team. Y'all help me out. Who shaped like Felicia Hardy? Y'all let me know. Yeah, cause I don't know the actress out there that shaped. I'm drawing a blank. Felicia Hardy? Do we know what we're looking at? Who else do you think T'Challa could make a suit for? Maybe Cyclops? No, I ain't doing nothing for him. I'm gonna take Night Thrasher, and he definitely could hook my boy Luke up. Yeah, Luke Cage, Night Thrasher. Yeah, Luke Cage, Sam Wilson, Dwayne Taylor, and Miles Morales. Yup, straight like that. Straight. They need it. They need it. As a matter of fact, my dog can kid up everybody. He can go ahead and kid up Sync. He can go ahead and kid up Prodigy. I really need him to bring Isaiah Bradley back to Wakanda and go ahead and fix him on up right and everything like that right there. And so we can go ahead and get, because that's a nice little squad right there. Isaiah Bradley, Josiah Bradley, Elijah Bradley, and Rayshawn Lucas. That's a nice squad. That's a nice squad. I wouldn't mind seeing them in Wakanda. What you doing with all that? So let me see here. Let me see here. That's it, yo. I'm out. Just bring it back full circle. What we were talking about on Spider-Woman shaped like Black Cat. She is, but who finna play Spider-Woman? I ain't seen damn one of them in Hollywood, and I know Marvel ain't got the guts to cast either one of them characters right. So I ain't even impressed. I ain't impressed. That said, though, we started off this live. We were talking about appearances. We were talking about story arcs, how we ended up, and we were talking about accomplishments. T'Challa has accomplished a lot, right? Not as much as some others, but then again, he ain't been published as much as some others, and that plays into it. That plays into it. And then even if he was, his character has a whole different set of responsibilities than the other character does, right? But when he does have to exhibit those feats, he does that. When he stands side by side with that character, he's doing the same thing, if not similar things, in that character. Also, give creators their credit. Don't pick and choose. If Stan Lee said Reed is the smartest dude, we're not arguing that. Well, he said this dude is just as smart as him. What's the problem? Let's not make it about the character. If the writers ain't writing them like that, that's the writers. They ain't got nothing to do with the character, right? If he say T'Challa is just as physically adept as Steve, okay, that's what that is. Now, we know that ain't what that currently is because T'Challa keep getting blessed over and over and over and over and over and over and over again at this particular point in time. Steve run up on T'Challa. We know he gonna get, and it's no shot to Steve, but Steve ain't getting jacked up. He ain't getting leveled up like T'Challa they got leveled up. We know right now that ain't a fair fight. Well, it is what it is. That said, we are out. Remember, it's either canon or it's not. Don't get caught up in crazy conversations. If you put the research in to learn, you drop the knowledge and you go on about your business, you can't make folks care about what you said, and you can't make folks agree with what you said. I'll tune in again, Theo. Appreciate it, Dane. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. Take care, man. Take care. Be safe out there. So don't get caught up in that. There are more than enough people that want the knowledge. And arguing with somebody doesn't allow them to get that knowledge. I'm just telling you. I've experienced it firsthand. We've affected more change just by dropping knowledge than going back and forth arguing with people. And then if they want to be nasty, dead that conversation. We're supposed to be able to agree to disagree at the end of the day. And don't go chasing the fight. Drop your Black Panther knowledge. Those that's liking it, gonna share it. Those that get triggered by it, they're gonna let you know. They got an opportunity then and there to have an adult discourse. They choose not to, block them. You weren't talking to them no way. That said, I'm out. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate this. We will definitely be coming back later on today with World of Wakanda. Yeah, we got to get that out there. World of Wakanda. Yeah, we got to get that on out there and everything like that. That said, like, share, subscribe. Whether we agree, disagree, like each other, don't. Folks come out the same womb and feel the exact same way, so we ain't got to be all that. But we do need to treat each other with respect. And remember the late great Don Cornelius and Chadwick Boseman. Until next time, I wish each and every last one of you love, peace, and so we out.